Hey, what's up? This is Sifu Cuddle, and in this video we're going to be working on some wall bag combinations. Now, these are very particular to the Choi Lei Fut system. I know they use wall bag striking in Wing Chun and some other martial arts as well, but this is very particular to the style that I teach. So some things you'll see that are very similar, some things may be different, but really take a look at this one and see how these concepts will help you in your own style, okay? Now, I'm going to use this 2-section bag. If you have a 3-section bag or even a single section bag, that's totally fine. It's just changing your striking points and it doesn't really matter. In fact, for this video, I'm only going to be focusing on this one, but you can alternate your striking to the 2 sections or the 3 sections if you wanted to do that. Now, one of the other things that I do want to mention before we get to work is when you're working with the wall bag, it's not going to be something where we're running through to be super impressive and to go super fast. I think one of the best ways to approach this is to understand body positioning and connection when striking the target. One other thing is you don't want to go for the sound of this. Now, this is very important, especially when we use our very first position, this back fist or Gua Choi or Bing Choi. We want to make sure that we're not just striking with the bones on the back of the hand. This is much louder of a noise, but I'm not really conditioning what I need to condition, and that's the knuckles themselves. So listening to when I hit with the back of the hand as compared to with the knuckles, with the same amount of energy, is a big difference. So do not use sound as an indicator of correctness in this. Use your feeling. You have to rely on that and striking on your striking surface and understanding the body connection. What I also mean by that is don't just bounce off of this bag. That kind of a thing, you can work with the pads and focus mitts, that's totally fine. But this is how we make our hands dense. And this is where we want to learn to sink things in when there's absolutely no give afterwards. I mean, there's a little bit to sink into the bag, but it's not going any further into the wall. It's not like a heavy bag that's going to swing. It's not like a focus mitt that's going to bounce back. So let's use this for its best potential. Okay, now I want to use 3 different combinations. And really it comes down to 3 steps each, and the last step is going to be what's different, okay? So what we're going to start with, and these are very common combinations, what we're going to start with is first, our front hand's going to do a back fist Gua Choi to the bag. Now, don't just bounce off, don't slide down, you're going to scratch your knuckles off, which is, you know, if your goal is to build and callus them, you can do the same amount of same amount of work sinking it in. If you scratch your knuckles off, you're gonna have to wait for those to heal up, or if you hit too hard and you bruise up, you're gonna have to wait for that to go away before you can work on the bag again. So train smart. Okay, so again, we're gonna start with the Gua Choi, the back fist here. Now, the next strike we're gonna do is use the palm. Now, if I'm pressing more downwards, comes out, but same more or less for the striking position. We wanna hit with the palm itself, so I'm gonna use this Changjiang striking forward here. So I have a hanging back fist, thrusting palm, and then I'm going to follow up with Chop Choi. Now, of course, that's a signature Choi Lei Fut punch. When I do these, 1, 2, 3, I want to make sure I turn my waist into it. So whatever side I'm striking with, that hip is going to be forward or as much as possible. Okay, and then I follow up with the last one here. Okay, again, focus on sinking the strike into the bag, not releasing until the next one is initiated, so that it's almost like I'm holding the bag up against the wall. So 1, 2, 3. Again, you have 1, 2, 3. Now, let's use the same beginning, and we'll add Pao Choi, or Zhong, an uppercut. Okay, so you have 1, 2. Now I'm gonna bring this hand back up, 3. Now notice, I'm not trying to slide and come back off of this. Again, that's gonna scrape my knuckles up, and I'm taking energy away from my target. So this one, I wanna think it hooks at first and then goes straight in right here, okay? And again, pinning this up against the wall. So we have 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3, right? One more combination that we can do with this is a matching palm thrust afterwards. So we have Gua Choi, Changjiang, bring this hand up and then straight through, Changjiang, stamping through as you strike this one. Now again, weight distribution is dependent on your stance, so pay attention to your stance as you do this, and don't leave, but stay engaged and in. don't lean, because if you're leaning, you let go, you're gonna fall into it. So you have to have just as much as possible, but if you leave, you take your hand away, you're not gonna fall into it. So again, our first combination, top, second combination, tang, dong, the last combination, tang, tang, jang, okay? It's good to balance these out, use your right and left, and again, like I mentioned earlier, don't go for the sound, because you're gonna push yourself too hard, you're gonna injure yourself. Don't go for speed. That's gonna take away from your combinations. Practice that with the focus mitts. Practice that on the cardio bags or the heavy bags. And the last thing is, don't show off. Start light. Take it as like the iron palm principle. A little bit of practice each day. You'll make a little bit of steady progress and your hands will develop more naturally. We're not really looking to deform our hands with this one. We're not looking to get arthritis from doing this too hard. So little by little. Of course, if you do too little, you're not going to progress at all. So you have to listen to yourself and find the correct speed, the correct timing, and the correct power for you to train. Okay? If you like this video, go ahead and drop me a comment. If you have any questions about it, feel free. You can catch me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, by email, on Instagram, all of those. You can also find out more on my Patreon. I tend to put a little bit more in-depth stuff and applications, and I know that's a popular request. Other than that, don't forget to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Till next time, this is Sifu Cuddle.
Bam! Fist with a forearm.